MLB The Show 26.
I've been in the gym every day.
Here in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park, MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi, and this is the Rubber Match, Siggy.
And these games can really shape your season, dude. You always want to come through when you have a chance to win a series. That'll boost confidence amongst the entire organization.
First pitch coming your way next. And on the hill for the Phillies, Max Scherzer. What do we have on him?
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
Just about to get started. Chase Mydra steps to the plate for the White Sox.
First pitch, 135.
Ball. Up the middle, stop. The throw to first, one out in the top of the first. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. Coming off a huge showing in their last game, Brooks Baldwin.
Well, he had 4 hits, including some slog, a home run as well in that last ball game. Looked really great at the plate. Solid foundation. Mechanics were intact all the way from start to finish of his swing. When a guy's bat's in the zone that long, it's very hard to miss that barrel.
On a line out towards center. And he makes the grab. 2 up, 2 down.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Austin Hayes at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. He's in there.
It's always fun to see a double rip down the line. That one just barely stayed fair, so that was a good call by the umpire. He was all over it. Well, a really good chance right here to pick up a run in the top of the first after what seemed to be a real quiet start to the inning.
Man at second.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Next offering in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he's realizing out there on the mound that he's got to settle in pretty quickly, or else he's going to get hit hard in this first inning.
Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. The 2-2. Down fly ball to right center. Base hit into the outfield. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Cutter on the inside edge of the plate. That's a tough pitch to handle, but he seemed to have no problem with it whatsoever. Turned on it nicely.
Miguel Vargas stands in now and watches strike 1. Fair ball. Montgomery on his horse around third. And they lead by 2.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
And there's ball. Baldwin with a homer in his last game. Man on second, 2 down. Liner, and this could be trouble. Headed for the plate. He'll score, and they take a 3-run lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well done. Drives in the run. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
The 0-2. To the right side. Harper takes it himself. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 3 runs for him. Justin Crawford stands in for the Phillies. On the ground, my drop. 1 gone, bottom half of the first. And time now for the Phillies lineup. Needless to say, this is an aggressive lineup. They've drawn fewer walks than any other team in the league.
Well, Boog, as I pop my collar, this lineup is taking the Chris Singleton approach. But in today's game, we know walks are key to scoring runs. At times, this lineup swings a little too freely. They need to make pitchers work harder.
Right through there for a strike. And that one is in for a strike at 95. And it's 0-2.
Nope, that's inside.
Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And he walked him.
Now, this is a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Here's Bryce Harper. To first, maybe a 2-ball. There's 1. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. Nothing. Back here in Philadelphia, second inning set to go. Munetaka Murakami steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
Gets him to chase after that one.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. 1 away.
Nope.
And Chris, his home run numbers this season are good enough to rank him in the top 10 in the league. Ripped to third and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Maidra in the box now. No balls and a strike. He'll challenge. Thought that was a ball. And the strike call will stand. So they'll lose their first challenge.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. Scherzer gets the punch out, and that will end the inning. Down in Sox, but they lead it 3-0.
You can see my demeanor. I'm a dreamer, high achiever. You know when we're in the place, we don't hold back, we're right in your face. We can't lose, we take your first place.
And we're back. Who doesn't love a rubber match, Siggy? This game is big for both these teams. It's early, but we have a tight one so far.
Yeah, Boog, anytime you're trying to take a series, there's a little extra juice in the dugout. Everyone wants that edge.
Outside, that's a ball.
And Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boog, he's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players question the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age. But when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
So a man at first. Here's the third baseman, Alec Bohm. Ouch, that one drilled him. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Hit on the ground to the right side, and that's just foul.
Take your pills.
The 0-1. First and second, no outs. Here in the third and final game of the series. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Adolis Garcia stands in for the Phillies. Fouls away the first offering. At 96, that pitch is in for a strikeout.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Fights it off, he'll see another.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at-bat through the count.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. And that is a big first out. Swing and a pop-up. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Brian De La Cruz in the box now. Takes strike one.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there. If they don't pick up at least one run here, this will be a very disappointing inning. When you load the bases with nobody out, you've got to get at least one run. You're thinking 2 to 3, so they need a big hit right here.
Bases loaded, 2 down. Here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Struck him out looking.
A lot of adrenaline. We see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back at Citizens Bank Park. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Kyle Teal. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. That smash towards center. And there's one away.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Hard hit to third. Bohm throws out to first. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
Fastball group right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
2 outs, base is empty. So up next for Chicago, Colson Montgomery.
Ball, that's out.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Throws to first in time. That ends the frame. Nothing doing for the White Sox, but they lead it 3-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. First pitch, and he just misses. Ripped on a line to center. And there's one away. Line to left. 2 down. And now it's Bryce Harper into the plate. He's 0 for 1. In there, and it's 0-1. Got him swinging. Phillies down in order. Still down 3-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
You know, these White Sox doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still one challenge left for them. Fastball for a strike. Hard hit left side. Turner with the throw to first. And one gone to the fourth as they get the leadoff man.
Center fielder Brooks Baldwin.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
Fought off foul. Left field. De La Cruz makes the grab for the second out. Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. Grounded out his first time up. Nobody in his team has scored more runs than he has this season, Singy. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches down an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. Line drive. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
Oh,
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
That one misses, and that's ball 2. That clips the corner. Benintendi off the first with 2 away. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. The White Sox lead 1, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Bottom of the 4th, and now for the Phillies, Kyle Schwarber.
You know, these Phils just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The 1-1.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Tosses to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Third baseman, Alex Bone.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. On the ground, right side. Slings to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. 2 down, bases empty. And now JT Realmuto. Strike 2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches. I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. In the dirt, full count now. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
no, that's low.
Curve in the dirt, kicks away. And now a man into scoring position.
Getting the out was never going to be easy. The wild pitch outside made things very difficult behind the plate, and it turned into a stolen base opportunity.
Up the middle, nice grab to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Well,
no, the hell happened here? What the fuck happened?
back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. And that one hammered. That's got a chance. On the warning track, and hauls it in.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
On the ground to the left, boom. Handles, throws to first, and the first two set down to the top of the fifth. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Kyle Teal. This one in the air, center field. And that'll do it. Here's Citizens Bank Park. Bottom of the inning, Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. That's towards center. Baldwin in position. And there's one down. De La Cruz goes 6'1", 29 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Late on that fastball.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
The White Sox leading by 3, last half of inning number 5. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one not close. Full count now. And there's ball 4.
Looked like a questionable call in that spot. He even seemed a little surprised it went his way at the plate. But as a hitter, you'll take that all day.
So the Philly batting order turns over. And now the center fielder, Justin Crawford. Foul ball there.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn 2, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get 2 and end up with nothing.
De La Cruz leads off first with 1 away. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Swings through it for the K, and that's 4 strikeouts.
Up next for the Phillies, shortstop Trey Turner.
That's too low. Ball 1.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
That misses, and that's ball 2. Fastball is outside.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Here comes the always dangerous Bryce Harper in a big situation.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Ball in.
Inside, ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And a swing and a miss. Next pitch is outside. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. Bryce Harper with a star scraper. Home run number 20 on the year, and we have a tie ball game. It's 3-3.
Fans expect Bryce Harper to do something special every time he comes to the dish, and he didn't disappoint there. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Shane Smith departs, and it's
For the White Sox, number 61, Mike Vasso.
up the middle. Montgomery tosses to first. Schwarber out of the play. Third out. Phils get 3 on this long ball. 5 innings complete. You're watching Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. Back here in Philadelphia. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. Hayes getting ready to hit. Max Scherzer goes to work.
You know, these White Sox, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat, and that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
Ball 2.
Liner snagged it first.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives, and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
The 0-2.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
Struck him out without a swing. That K is his 3rd of the game. So digging in, Miguel Vargas.
Third baseman, Miguel Vargas.
Nope.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
That
That's ball
misses. 3 balls, no strikes.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Next offering in there for a strike. 3-1. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Well, he opted to go with the off-speed stuff on that 3-2 with the bases empty. Close pitch. But now he's got to work out of the stretch.
Baldwin.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Ball, that's inside.
The White Sox with the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. On to the bottom of inning number 6. Tied 3 apiece. Back at the ballpark, rubber match alert singing. 2 teams who really want this one, and it shows. Tie game, and we're right in the thick of it.
Yeah, you can sense both teams treating every at-bat with postseason intensity. Nobody wants to give an inch.
Boom, leading things off and takes a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Hill under it, and there's one down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Sean Newcomb, a left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Dominguez, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. All tied up here in the bottom of the 6th. And that one in the air center field. Baldwin takes it in for the out. Out number 2.
Up next for the Phillies.
And now the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on.
Ball, that pitch is up.
On the ground to third. And that'll do it. And here we go, Siggy. Late innings tie ball game, rubber match of the series. Couldn't ask for more.
Yeah, Brew, 2 hungry teams coming down the stretch. Let's see who steps up.
So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Tanner Banks.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Up the middle, base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And a go-ahead run is on base.
Up next for Chicago. First base.
Munetaka Murakami will hit next. Murakami struggling on the road this season. Better results at home.
That's a ball.
That pitch down.
That's a ball.
The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Swing and a miss. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Up next for Chicago. Left fielder Derek Hill.
Check swing called strike. Strike one.
10. That's a ball.
Just missed.
Inside.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him in the scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
My job. In the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. The White Sox with the go-ahead run at first here in the top half of inning number 7. Ground ball left side. Boom. Goes on to first, and that is that. So 1 left for the White Sox. Score remains tied at 3. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Ball, that's it.
In the air to left center. Hill gets under it. And there's one down. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
That's a strike. Going to count 1 and 2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Ball 2. Hey!
2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss. And the count now even up.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Ready to. So they turn things over to the righty, Brad Keller.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
Yep, that ball went out.
And he takes one right on the black. And now it's even 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. One up, one down.
Up next for the White Sox, right fielder Austin Hayes.
Ball, that's just out.
All tied up, and we're in the top of the 8th.
When you get ahead in the
Inside, ball
count,
2.
there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Ball back
Just
outside.
missed. Colson Montgomery in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact
ready,
here.
ball 4.
And a 4-pitch walk. And a go-ahead run is on base.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at-bat.
Substitution being made at first. Here's the White Sox pinch runner, Luis Angel Acuna. He represents the go-ahead run, so they hope some extra speed will help with that. Montgomery in the box here lets that one go for a ball. This one kicks away from Real Muto. Wild pitch, and into second moves the go-ahead run. 2-0. He's trying for third. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
I'd say an aggressive roll of the dice there to steal third in this spot, but they felt good about it, and it worked out. Now the game plan changes a little bit at the plate to get that go-ahead run home. The defense might pull the infield in.
Here's a 2-2. Saves him down looking. Huge strikeout there.
Big strikeout right there, and that kind of takes the pressure off the defense a bit. Infield was in, so now they can move back, give themselves more time on a grounder to make a play. A lot more ways to work out of this and strand that runner at third now.
That's in for a strike. Two down, go ahead run in scoring position. And that's off
Ball 1.
the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. And it's a called strike after the review. So they get to hang on to their second challenge.
Ball.
Acuna on third with 2 out. That misses, and it's 2-2. On a line out towards center. And that's the 3rd out.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Sean Newcomb.
Well, home runs have been a problem this year. Not doing a great job keeping the ball in the yard so far this season, so we'll see if that factors in.
Turner, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. The shortstop takes the ball.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
This one in the air, center field. Baldwin on his way over. 1 away. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Number 62, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Gilbert also throwing. On the ground at first, and that's foul. This one in the air. Montgomery under it. Takes it in for the out. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. For 3. Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. Oh, down about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. Kyle Schwarber with a rocket. And they rallied from 3 back. It's 4-3.
Well, the best home runs are the ones that give your team the lead. That's a great feeling right there. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there, patient and waiting for it. It was like BP all over again.
First offering way inside, almost got him. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. That is the inning. So they pick up a run on the solo shot and take the lead. 9th inning coming up. Philadelphia. Back here in Philadelphia. Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Jose Alvarado.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give
Brad
you the
Taylor,
best
don't we?
defense they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Swing and a foul out of play. Outside low. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a base hit right there. And a go-ahead run is on base. So a change being made at first base. And on the pinch run for the White Sox, Emerson Pereira. Murakami in the box, lays off for ball 1. And a big swing and a miss.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Down the line, and it's foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
A little out front there as he swings through it. That one ripped, but foul. The White Sox with the tying run at second. Go ahead run at first. Here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. White Sox down to their final out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
So they're down to their final out. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Chase Meitroff, trying to deliver as the hero.
55 minutes left, 60 minutes.
And that finds the mark on the outside corner. And it's 0-1. Tap foul at the plate.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone.
Swings and misses, struck him out. The tying and go-ahead runs are left aboard as this one is over.
Well, this turned out to be an exciting, very well-played game. Always feels great when you can take the lead in the 8th at home. Come out the 9th, the crowd will be behind that pitcher as he tries to get those final 3 outs. Everybody goes home happy with a win like this.
My love, we used to move you. My love was always on your mind. Now you just look right through me, treat me like a ghost. So you don't need to tell me that you already let go. Your favorite flavor, when did I lose my taste? Funny how time can change us. I think you used to crave